Hey guys. So Billy Grigg the other day sent me a song. It's called "You're a Pioneer." I'd never heard it. I never knew it existed. And I've listened to it in a bunch of different formats now, and I just listened to some little old country type lady sing it, and it just so hurt me and so touched me. The thing is, there's a lot of us out there that are pioneers. Not everybody is, and that's okay. But for those of us who are, guys, that's kind of the point of being a pioneer. You know, nobody has gone before you. Nobody has seen what you've seen or done what you've done. Your calling's different. What you're trying to do is different. Ron Luce, years ago, I heard him give the testimony. God had called him to work in youth, and he called him to work with missions. And he just always wondered how God was going to put the two together. Well, for the last 25 years or so, until very recently, and they're still doing a lot of this work, but his entire ministry, what they did was they took youth and they helped other youth go on mission trips all over the world. I was one of them. You know, we sent 3,400 and something teenagers to 17 countries on 4 continents in 3 months, in one summer. 60,000 people gave their life to Christ. That's how you do youth ministry and missions together. And at one point, Luce asked, he said, God, why did you choose me to do this? This is ridiculous, because they did it every year for a long time. And God told him, you said yes. And I believe it was you said 3 other people before you said no. Whether they decided no or whether they just lived out a no, I don't know. But the simple fact of the matter is, the reason a lot of us don't have a road to go down is because other people said no. Said, no, I'm not going to stay married. They say, no, I'm not going to, be right with my money. No, I'm not going to find out what holiness is and pursue it. No, I'm not going to stop playing with sin. No, I'm not going to submit to authority. No. And one by one, they're disqualified, not because they're bad people or even necessarily, quote unquote, a bad Christian, because they just couldn't hack it. If you in your life are tired of not having any path to follow, or feeling like every step you have to take is something you're carving out of granite, then realize it's probably because there was a whole bunch of people in front of you who just said no. And if you want to change things for the person behind you, your children, the people you mentor, your friends, your family, then you've got to say yes. You've got to say yes when you're broke. You got to say yes when you're broke in. You've got to say yes when the church doesn't make sense. You've got to say yes when the church doesn't make sense. You've got to have a yes in you. My wife was telling me the other day, she said, it's not good enough just to have a no toward things. You've got to have a yes toward things. And that really touched me. It's really helped me. And people who know me know that this is not an area that I do great with. I'm constantly frustrated with the church. I'm constantly frustrated with all kinds of stuff. But I know this, I've got to have a yes in me that no amount of no's from me or anybody else can ever overcome. I've got to have a yes in me toward the thing of God in my life and for my life. Not that there's just this one thing I can ever do for God, but the general will of God in my life to follow and pursue Him and be in obedience to Him and trusting Him. If you would pray for me. I have a very strong fear of rejection, a very strong fear of not necessarily losing people, but the process of going through all that stuff that God's working out of me right now. So that I'm just so busy receiving from Him, I can't even be concerned about the rejection of others. Thank you, guys. And for those of you who are a pioneer, or for anybody who follows one, say yes. Because the people behind you need you.